Hey there, and welcome to MTG Meow, Magic Enjoyed Other Ways.
Meow.
I'm Scott.
And I'm Abbey.
And today we're taking a look at the custom Magic set called Dreamscape. It's based on dreams.
Ooh.
So unlike the other kind of custom sets that we've looked at before, like Star Wars or the Wild West, translating Star Wars or the Wild West to Magic cards is fairly straightforward. Translating dreams and kind of that kind of dream flavor to Magic cards is a little bit more abstract.
It's very interesting.
So why don't we go ahead and we'll take a look at how this person kind of translated dreams into Magic terms. So the first thing that we'll look at is the mechanics of the set, and the main mechanic is Dreamwalk. And just to show off an easy example of that, we'll look at Dawn Crusader, 2-mana 2/2, and it has Dreamwalk, which says this creature can't be blocked by untapped creatures, but tapped creatures can block it.
That's really strange.
Right, so it's the exact opposite of how Magic normally works. So if you have a tapped creature, it can block this Dawn Crusader right here. And that really, it does a good job of capturing the dream flavor, I feel, of the set. Because what's the flavor of a tapped creature? Well, it attacked, it's tired, and now it's taking a nap, you know?
I like naps, so that's good.
Yeah, it's very interesting, very flavorful. The only thing I'm worried about is the complexity worth it? Because just trying to wrap my brain around Dreamwalk right now, it's just like, what are the implications? And analyzing board states, and it just...
how does it play out?
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how it plays out, to see if the complexity is worth it. The next mechanic of the set is Premonition. So as you can see here on Subconscious Recall, we have Premonition 8, so they always have a number after it, and then a mana cost that you pay. Rather than cast this card from your hand, you may pay a blue and put this card into your library face up, just beneath the top 8 cards. As it reaches the top, cast it without paying its mana cost. So there's a lot going on there. So it's kind of like Suspend, where you pay a little bit in advance in order to wait some time to get your card later, but rather than exiling it with counters, you're putting it into your library face up.
Yeah, so every time you draw a card, you're that much closer to getting that card.
And then it's not like Miracle, where when you draw it you get to cast it. It's just when it reaches the top you get to cast it for free. So it's very interesting. Again, similar to Dreamwalk, very complex. I'll be interested to see if the complexity is worth it, and what the other interactions with it in the set are, because there's like cards that mill your library. So if you have a Premonition card in your library and your opponent mills it, well, that kind of sucks. So we'll see how that works out. Next mechanic is called Trance. And Trance is a much more simple mechanic than the first two. It just does something based on how many tapped creatures you have. So here we have Maddening Revelation, which says target player discards a card for each tapped creature you control. So again, playing into the sleeping creatures theme or whatnot. And other cards cost less for each tapped creature you control or get other bonuses. So that's a nice little easier mechanic to make up for the two big ones. And then the last mechanic of the set is just Flashback, so you can cast it from your graveyard. We've seen that a lot. I kind of like that as well. It's kind of like having a flash of a dream that you can only remember in little figments, so very nice, very cool. So those are the 4 big mechanics of the set, and I'm very interested to see how they play with each other, because 2 of them are extremely complex and kind of change the game of Magic from the ground up. And the other 2 are, they're just fun, easy-looking mechanics that have consequences with dealing with the others.
Right.
And just before we go into the exhibition rounds, I want to show off just a few cool cards that really got Abby and me liking the set. One of them was one that I liked, and I showed it to Abby, and she fell in love with it right away.
I love this card.
Aisha Child Dreamer. It's a blue-red card, and as she enters the battlefield, create a legendary 7/7 blue and red elemental creature token with Dreamwalk and Trample named Mr. Grumpy.
Yeah.
Which I assume is this thing right here. And when Aisha leaves the battlefield, exile all creatures you control named Mr. Grumpy, because this creature only exists in her dreams. And then you have other cards like Aisha's Caretaker, which is a giant turtle. And his big ability here lets you give a card Premonition and then put it into your library face up. And you can also put the top card of your library into your graveyard, so you get that much closer to your Premonition cards even faster. So very cool stuff, very cool stuff. And just real quick, just a few other very small things. One thing that I wanted to show off is the little synergies of the set. Like we have Cognizance Crawler. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell from your graveyard, you get a 1/2 green spider creature token with reach. So it's kind of like spider spawning from Innistrad. And another card is like Wild Flourishing, where you can get it into your graveyard for flashback value. So milling yourself as well as your opponent seems to be a decent strategy.
Yeah.
And we also have a similar thing like that. Gardener of Wisdom enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter, where X is the number of creature or land cards in all graveyards. So again, that kind of milling aspect to the set as well. And we also, of course, have some more synergistic and combo enablers like Augury Storm here, where whenever you cast a face-up card with Premonition from your library, you can pay 1 to deal 2 damage to target creature or player. So if you just
Premonition... That's awesome!
Yeah, if you Premonition a ton of cards into your library, then you can just take over the game with this controlling card.
Boom, 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 boom.
So I'm very interested to see how all these cards actually play out, because it looks very cool. I'm a little bit scared because of things like Dreamwalk and Premonition are kind of playing with the foundation of Magic that we've learned since we started playing the game. So yeah. I'm excited to play it. So what Abby and I will do next is we've already made some exhibition decks, and then we'll play them against each other. Then we'll do a sealed, and then we'll do a draft. So stay tuned for the first exhibition match.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so for the first exhibition match of the Dreamscape set, Abby and I will be playing Blue-White Dreams versus Black-Red Nightmares.
Yes.
I'll be playing Blue-White Dreams. It's kind of a tempo-y deck. I'll just go over the deck real quick here. If you want to skip this deck tech and get right to the games, you can click the timestamp below. But right here we have Blessed Aspirant, just Dreamwalk, gain some life. We have another guy that has Prowess, can tap creatures. It's lots of tap and untap synergies like you see here with Dalmas Dual Minds, can tap or untap something each turn.
Mm-hmm.
Basic Dreamwalk guy. We have Deep Mind Mori, who has Dreamwalk and Premonition, and can draw us cards, so good uncommon there.
Mm-hmm.
We have another Dream Glider Mori with Dreamwalk, gives all our other Dreamwalkers a little bonus. Another Dreamwalker that also bounces things. Dreamwalker with Vigilance, which should be interesting. I want to see how that plays out, because, you know, he can't block things with Dreamwalk because he never gets tapped, so should be interesting. We also have Duskwatcher, just as a trance guy, enters the battlefield with +1/+1 counter for each tapped creature. And then we have Entwiner Aspirant, and can switch its power and toughness. Very interested to see how often we do that. Inquisitive Mori, just, you know, more Dreamwalkers. Lets us, the Merfolk guy lets us tap things. Pestermite, fun reprint in the set. Serene Dream Hunter, which seems very strong. Whenever it blocks or becomes blocked, it gets +1/+1 till end of turn for each tapped creature. So the rare in our pool here is Spell Slumber Mori, Flash, Dreamwalk, and when it enters the battlefield, it gives a spell on the stack Premonition, and then it is put under the top card of the opponent's library. So it's like a very tempo-y card. And then lastly we have here just a 3/3 flyer with Premonition 4. Then we have Lethargy, again, change creature doesn't untap. Then we have Cleansing Stroke, destroy target tap creature. So again, lots of tap synergies. We have draw a card for each tap creature. We have Introspection, good tempo card, tap or untap, lots of tap things. Very interested to see how they all work together. Mental Inertia, it's a decent counterspell, and then Subconscious Recall that you saw in the intro. And then we have a dual land as well. So as you can see, there's, first of all, as always with these exhibition matches, the point isn't to build the strongest deck possible, it's just to get a feel of the commons and the uncommons of the set, to get a feel of the themes and mechanics of the set. And here I'm very interested to see what Dreamwalk is like, and what all these tap and untap synergies look like in the game. So let's get going.
Let's do it.
Alright, here we are for match 1 of Blue-White Dreams versus a Red-Black Nightmares. You ready for this, Abby?
Oh, I'm so ready.
Alright, so this is our opening hand here. We have a decent amount of lands. We also have a counterspell that does nothing currently, but whatever. We have a 4-drop Dreamwalker that can maybe discard some of these lands and trade it in for better stuff. And we have a 5-mana Dreamwalker that, may get us some tempo. So you like your opening hand, Abby?
No, I'm cool with it, yeah.
Alright, go ahead.
Alright. Boom, boom, go.
Ooh, dual land, so it enters the battlefield tapped, and you may tap or untap target creature, so meh. Not going to do that, but whatever.
I need to land down.
Fair enough. We'll play our planes and end the turn.
Alright.
So, not too much to talk about here. Unfortunately, we're not going to have this counterspell up next turn since we have no tapped creatures, but maybe it'll be better later in the game. It seems like it's just going to get better as the game goes longer, so that's kind of good. Again, we really want to get a feel for what the commons are like, so that way when we do sealed and draft, we'll know what our high picks and what we really want to include in our decks. Alright, Shambling Ghoul enters the battlefield tapped. Again, more tapped synergies. So, because in a normal set, that would be like a big drawback coming into play tapped, but in this set, being tapped sometimes is not such a big deal. So we drew a 6-drop. We drew, where is he? Deep Mind Mori, Dreamwalk, and Premonition, but he has Premonition 4. I mean, Premonition that costs 4 for Premonition 3. Yeah, we still can't do that, so we're just going to end the turn. Go ahead, Abby.
Sounds good.
So again, next turn we have a 4-drop and then a 5-drop. I think we're just gonna. I don't think we're gonna premonition this guy because we can just go 4-drop in 4-drop into 5-drop into 6-drop, which I think is just better than premonitioning next turn and getting nothing on the board. Premonition 4 seems a little high for this guy, but yeah, maybe I'm missing something here. All right, you coming in for beats with the Shambling Ball?
Of course.
Down to 18.
Yeah.
You got anything else? Alright, we have Nightfire Brute, so its power is equal to the number of tapped creatures. Right now it's a 1/2.
Yep.
But if it attacks next turn, it'll be a 2/2.
Yay.
And if maybe you have another one of these Shambling Ghouls to play, then it'll be a 3/2.
Yes, exactly. You're on to me.
Alright, so we have nothing for 3 mana, so we'll pass the turn. We are getting beat down a little bit here, but hopefully our 3/3 will help hold back the gates, because the Dreamwalk creatures can block tapped creatures, because, you know, tapped creatures are still existing in the dream state, so makes sense. Alright, so you're coming in for 4 then?
Yep.
Alright, take 4.
Alright.
Alright, down to 14.
Yep, pass turn, say go.
Pass the turn.
Yeah.
So you're either missing land drops or you have a trick up. I don't know what kind of trick you'd have in red-black, though. So.
I've always got tricks.
Alright, we drew our own dual land. That's pretty good, but we're not going to play that right now. We just want to go ahead and get down our Inquisitive Mori. So 3/3 Dreamwalk. So the Dreamwalk really only matters when it's attacking. But when it enters the battlefield, I can draw a card, then discard a card. So let's go ahead and do that. Draw a card. And yeah, I like that. I guess I'll just get rid of this dual land and pass turn, because tapping or untapping things doesn't seem hugely relevant right now, but I'd rather just be able to hit our lands guaranteed for 5 and 6, so that way we can play our 5s and 6s. Do we want to play this guy, the Daumus Dual Minds, at the beginning of combat on each opponent's turn? Wow, okay, yeah. So I think that's probably going to be better than the Dreamscape Entwiner, because maybe we can use the Dreamscape Entwiner on something that costs more to kind of do more tempo damage to Abbey. Alright, so what do you got this turn, Abbey? Got a swamp? Oh, you have Galloping Dread.
Yes!
So that's the rare in your exhibition deck. Nightmare Horse. When it enters the battlefield, creatures you control get +1/+1, gain haste. So that's all of your guys, actually. And he also can return himself from the graveyard if you sacrifice a creature. Jeez, alright, so I assume everybody's coming in?
Yeah.
So that means this guy's a 3/3, this guy's a 1/2/3, a 4/2, and this guy's a 3/2? Jeez. Well, I think we have to block, and I think we might as well just block the biggest one. So we'll block the 4/2.
Okay.
Alright, we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep.
Alright, and those guys kill each other.
Alright.
Alright, yep.
Alright, your turn.
Okay, so we will untap, draw. We are definitely getting beat down over here, but we'll see what happens. Ooh, that's a fun card. So, do we play the Dual Minds or do we play the Entwiner? I think we just play the Dual Minds. That's just going to be so good at slowing down Abbey. So yeah, we'll play the Dual Minds and then we'll pass turn. We just got to remember that before Abbey attacks, we can tap or untap a permanent.
Okay, well that's interesting.
So we'll probably be tapping down, it doesn't really matter which we tap down. We'll probably tap down the Galloping Dread though, I suppose, just because if that one dies, it's more annoying than if something else dies, because this one comes back, just like nightmares tend to do. Alright, so you got 4 mana and Dementia Shrieker.
Yes.
Right, so when it enters the battlefield, target player puts the top 2 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. I assume you're going to choose me for that?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so we will move the top 2 cards to our graveyard. So we got milled a Cleansing Stroke. Wow, that kind of sucks. That's a good removal spell. And wow, Ringed Reminiscence. Jeez, our big flyer. Wow, that was a good mill. Alright, you coming in for attacks?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, well, before you attack, we will tap down your Galloping Dread.
Not my horse!
Sorry. So you coming in with the ghoul?
Yeah.
Alright, well, we'll take 2.
Alright.
Don't want to trade there.
Your turn.
So we will untap, draw. So what do we have here? Yeah, this Mental Inertia, unless it's not, I thought it would be like a really good counterspell, but unless you're really on the offensive, it's just not doing too much. So we drew another land. We have Deepmind Mori. Just as seems good as a 4/4, but we do have to worry about this flyer. And yeah, even Pestermite doesn't deal with a flyer, unfortunately. Yeah, I think we're just going to go ahead and play Deepmind Mori here. It just says have another blocker, and we'll pass turn to Abbey.
Alright.
So having this 4/4 out means that now we can tap. Well, it doesn't really matter. I was going to say we could tap the Shrieker instead, and then Abbey might not want to attack with these 2. Yeah, actually, I think that'll work, because if she attacks with both of them, then we can block with our 4/4. So seems good.
Before I go into attacks, I'm going to demean you.
Demean me?
Well, you're deep mind Mori.
Ah, okay. So you destroy a creature with toughness 3 or greater. Oh, okay. So you get rid of my Mori.
Yep.
Yikes. That kind of sucks.
Hey, well, you can still tap down my guy.
Yeah,
One of my guys,
I can,
so.
but ugh.
All right. So who are you tapping?
Yep. I mean, it doesn't really matter. They're all 2 power, and I'm not going to trade with any of them. So I guess I'll just tap down the horse again.
Okay. So tap down the Galloping Dread, and I will come in with these 2.
So the question is here, do I block a Shambling Ghoul? And because going down to 2 kind of sucks, especially when Abbey's playing red. Next turn we'll have
it's a dangerous move for sure.
Yeah, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana, so we can't do both of these. I think we'll take the 4. Just having the guy that taps down the attacker each turn is too valuable, and we'll just have to hope for the best.
Alright, your turn.
Alright, untap, draw. Creative Revelation, draw a card for each tapped creature. We are on the defensive this game, so that is not super helpful. But what we will do is we will play our Dreamscape Entwiner.
Ooh.
So when it enters the battlefield, you can return target tapped creature to its owner's hand.
Oh,
so
wow.
We will return the Shambling Ghoul to your hand.
Okay. Interesting choice.
Yep. And then we will attack with our Damas Dual Minds for 3.
Okay. Alright, well,
Take 3?
I guess I'll take 3. Yeah, that's interesting.
Alright. And go ahead.
Yeah.
So again, the reason we attack there is because, we're getting beat down. We got to try and end the game a bit. And this ability still works no matter if this thing's tapped or not. So we're going to tap down Abbey's Flyer, and then we have the blocker for her 2/2. So as long as she doesn't have anything insane here, then I think, we'll hopefully live a turn, and we'll cast Pestermite. Whoa, what's this? Touch of Ichiliosis? So
Achilles, it looks like Achilles.
Achilles, thank you. Destroy target creature, put a +1/+1. Nuh-uh.
Oh, you have a counter!
Mental inertia. This was another reason why
what?
I attacked with my creature, so it counters it unless you pay 2.
Well, I don't have to, so dang.
Alright, so
good job there.
Going to combat?
Yeah, we're going to combat.
Alright, well, we are going to obviously tap down your flyer. Are you still going to come in with a horse and trade with our 4/2?
Well, yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Coming in with the beats.
Alright, these guys trade.
Alright.
Okay. Yikes. You all set?
I am good to go.
We're still at 2, but we're in a slightly better position than we were before, so I'm feeling a little bit better. So
you're at 2. I don't think you're in any position.
I am at 2. We'll see. So when Entwiner Aspirant becomes tapped, you can switch his power and toughness. That's pretty cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can cast 2 of these. Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and we'll cast the Aspirant. Just get that down.
The Aspirin?
Yeah, and we'll attack with our 3/2 again. Take 3.
Wow, alright, yeah, I'll take 3.
Alright, and pass turn.
Alright.
So you still have this guy up, in case Abbey has any terrible surprises. You could get the Galloping Dread back from your graveyard if you sacrifice a creature, so... Alright, so yeah, this thing would come back to her hand, so I don't think you can kill us this turn, but we'll see what happens. Maybe you can. Alright, Ghoulish Nightwalker.
Yes, it's so ghoulish.
When it enters the battlefield, you can exile a creature card from an opponent's graveyard. If you do, you gain 3 life, so...
Yes.
Exiling a creature?
I'll exile the Dreamscape Entwiner.
Dreamscape Entwiner. Alright, fair enough. And
so
you gain 3 life.
Yep.
Whoops.
Whoops.
Up to 17.
Yep.
Alright, so it's 4 mana. And it's a Destiny Crusher.
Yes, I'm going to crush your destiny.
Alright, fair enough. So it has Premonition, but we didn't bother with that. Just Haste in a 3/2. Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can come in for attacks, but I'm just going to tap down your flyer, and you're not going to attack with a 3/2 because I have a 1/5 probably, so...
Alright. Well, I hear you there. So let's, alright.
Alright, you pass him?
Yep, pass him.
Alright, so the question here is, do we cast Pestermite just to have it down as a blocker? So Abbey has a 3/1 and a 3/2. Yeah, I think that's what we're just going to have to do. So we'll cast Pestermite, and we will tap... who are we going to tap here? Because we're not going to really be able to attack with our guy anymore. I guess we'll just tap down the flyer. So tap down the 2/3.
Okay.
Chances are it's not going to matter, but just in case. We drew this, which is not very good. So if we attack with like our 5/1, then Abbey can just block with her 3/1, and that's not great for us. We could just get in for 2 in the air, And if we do that, then we can tap down her flyer, but then we'd have to trade off our 2/2 on the ground next turn. Yeah, I'm just not into that, so we're just going to pass.
All right.
We're still on the back foot here, unfortunately. This Creative Revelation isn't doing a ton for us. Maybe we could, if we weren't so pressured to tap Abbey's guys, we could tap one of our own guys just to cycle and draw a card, but I don't know.
All right, so I'm going to play Shambling Ghoul, which comes into play tapped.
Okay, yep.
But here's the kicker. I'm going to pay 2 and sacrifice it.
Oh, no.
As an offering to the Galloping Dread.
Yep, all right. Fair enough. So it's back in your hand.
So it's back in my hand.
Shambling Ghoul's in the graveyard.
It goes into the graveyard
and you
there.
just so happen to have 3 mana.
Oh, yes. Yes, I do.
Oh, no. Are we dead? I think we might be dead.
Have the Galloping Dread.
Yep. So that comes down, gives all your guys +1/+0 and haste.
Yep.
All right, you going to attacks?
Uh-huh.
All right, so I'm going to tap down your Dementia Shrieker, the flyer.
Okay.
And are the rest going to come in?
Everybody's coming in.
Oh, boy. All right. Okay, so we're going to have to do some blocking here because all of these guys are lethal. I guess, yeah, it doesn't really matter what we do, so we'll just, we'll get rid of this arrow here. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what we do, unfortunately, so we'll just block here, and we'll block here, and we'll block here, I guess, and then we'll take 0.
Okay.
But these guys trade off with each other. Your Galloping Dread stays around, though, right?
Yes, of course.
Barf. That is not good.
Why so much barf?
Well, because now we're dead in the air, so it's not. We need to flyer or something.
All right.
We'll untap, draw, and it's an island. Yep. Okay. Game over.
What?
So we got run over that game.
You sure did.
It was maybe just a little too slow. So, and the Dreamwalk didn't even come into play because we weren't attacking. So. Yeah, Dreamwalk didn't come into play, and the Premonition seemed a little slow. Tapped creature synergies, again, unless you're on the aggressive, didn't seem so great, but we'll see what happens in round 2.
Yeah.
All right, here we are for round 2 of the Dreamscape exhibition match, Blue-White Dreams versus a Red-Black Nightmares.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on the play since I lost round 1. This is my opening hand. We have 2 lands, but we also have this guy who has Premonition 4 for 2, so I think that'll give us a good chance to try out Premonition, see what that's like. This guy's double blue, so we need another island. So basically you need a couple lands, but we have this in case nothing else happens. And Abbey, you're good with your hand?
I'm good with my hand. Let's get this going.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
So while Abby's doing that, on Cockatrice, we're not going to be able to put cards into our library face up.
Sego?
Unfortunately. We could put them in face down, but that kind of defeats the purpose of the Premonition, because the Premonition is you're supposed to be able to cast it once it reaches the top of the deck. And if we put it in face down, then we wouldn't be able to see it when it came onto the top of the deck. So what we're going to do is I think we'll just put 4 counters on this card. So,
yeah, so it's kind of like suspend style in a sense.
So we'll add some yellow counters here. So we put 4 counters on it, and I'll pass a turn.
Okay.
So during my draw step each turn, I'll remove a counter, and then when I remove the last counter, I'll be able to cast it for free because it will be as if it was on top of my deck. And as far as the game goes, I'll just pretend that this card right here is on top of my deck. So we draw a card, remove a counter. So this is now underneath 3 cards in my deck. And we'll see how that goes. Again, it's a little cumbersome. It'd be much easier to do in real life. So we didn't draw a land, unfortunately, but Abby's not really beating us down yet, so we'll go ahead and pass turn.
Yeah, no pressure just yet.
So we got Blessed Aspirant. That's a good guy. Comes in play, gains us some life, blocks dudes, so seems pretty good. Yeah, this Dreamglider Mori also seems good, but we need another land for sure. So Abbey has 3 mana for Mori's Chosen, 3/1 Dreamwalk, and Prowess.
Yes, it's really good.
So we will untap and draw. Finally, okay, we get a land. Nice, nice, nice.
Ooh.
So we have 3 mana. We can play Dreamglider Mori. We have to be careful that Abbey has a 3/1 Dreamwalk, so tapped creatures can't even block it. So that's an interesting thing to keep in mind. We don't have double blue. We do have Pestermite. Maybe Pestermite would be good to just play out there rather than the Dreamglider Mori. I don't really want to trade that off. So yeah, we'll go ahead and pass the turn to Abbey.
Okay.
It also gives us an extra turn off to... oh, I didn't remove a counter during my draw, so we're down to 2 here.
Party foul!
Yep. So our plan is to Pestermite, save some damage, and maybe attack with Pestermite next turn, so that way we can block the Chosen if that comes in, as weird as that sounds. So we'll see what happens.
Alright, so let's see here. So I am going to go to combat here.
Alright, well, before you attack, I'll flash in Pestermite, and I will tap down your guy.
Alright. Pass turn to go.
Alright, so we will untap, draw, and this time we will remember to remove a counter. So we'll move a counter down to 1. So next turn, we'll get this, because currently this card is underneath the top card of our deck. We got Dreamscape and Twiner. Yeah, these cards are all fine, but we really need a land, so I guess we'll just play our Dream Glider Mori. It's the only thing we can afford to do.
Huh.
And we'll attack with Pestermite.
Alright, well, I guess I don't really have a choice here. I'll take 2.
Yep, take 2, and we'll pass turn. So again, the reason we attacked with Pestermite there is because we want to be able to block with it. Obviously, doesn't that make sense? So now that Pestermite is tapped, it can block Mori's Chosen if Abbey chooses to attack with it.
Alright, well, I'm actually not going to do anything here. It's too risky to attack into your stuff, so,
nice.
Yeah.
Like to hear that. So untap, draw. So we just drew the card that is above this in our deck, so we'll remove the last counter, and then we get to cast it without paying its mana cost. So bum ba bum.
We
get a 3/3. So unlike Suspend, it doesn't gain haste, but, you know, just having a 3/3 there is better than nothing. We also drew Subconscious Recall, which has Premonition 8. Yikes. But, you know, there's literally nothing else we can do. So we're going to go ahead and put Subconscious Recall into our deck. I'm making air quotes, but you can't see that.
Alright.
With 8 counters on it. So we'll see if we ever get to cast that one.
That's interesting.
And we'll go ahead and this thing has Dreamwalked. Tapped creatures can block it. So that means this thing can't block it. So we're going to attack with Pestermite and Mori.
So
you're going to take 4, Abbey?
Again,
Again, very strange that, you know, this Mori's Chosen can't block this, but hey, that's how it works.
Yeah.
So you taking 4, or?
No, actually.
Oh, no, you have something?
Yes.
What is it?
So I'm actually going to destroy the one creature that you don't have tapped.
Okay, so you're destroying Winged Reminiscence?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting choice.
Well, I'm doing it now so I have mana open for other options next turn.
All right, let's get that demean out of here. But you're still taking 4, right?
Yes, I will still take the 4, obviously.
All right, down to 14, go ahead. We really need a land here. I mean, if we draw a land, then we'll have 4-drop, and then we'll have another 4-drop, and I think we'll be doing pretty well for ourselves. We just, we really need to get there, and we'll see if this Subconscious Recall ever actually happens. All right, so Abbey, you have 6 mana, and Penumbra Summoner, 6 mana, 2/3. When it enters the battlefield, create 2 tap 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. Wow, sounds like a little Grave Titan right there.
Yeah, it's like a mini Grave Titan. It's
Oh,
pretty
boy.
cool.
Alright, so you get another zombie, and they're both tapped.
Yep, they're both tapped.
And since they're tapped, that means they can block my Dream Glider Mori if I attack with it.
How frightening.
How strange.
Alright, so I don't have haste, but...
So if you attack with Mori's Chosen, then I can block it with my guys, but it's up to you if you want to just get rid of Pestermite or whatever. Or if you want to keep it around for some synergies, I don't know.
I'd like to keep around, so we're gonna go ahead and end turn.
Alright, so we're going to untap, draw. Ah, finally, we get a land. Nice. Okay, so we have 4 lands. Now, do we play the 1/5 or the 3/3 that gains us life? Yeah, I think we got... Oh, also we got to remove a counter. Can't forget that. Down to 7. I think we'll play the 3/3 that gains us some life, just because that'll make it even harder for Abbey to attack with these 2/3s. So we'll play that. Gain 3 life, up to 23. And now, how do we attack here? We got these 2/2s and some 2/3s. We can't really attack with the Mori because these zombies can block it, but we can get in the air for 2 with Pestermite.
Alright, I'll take 2.
Good old-fashioned air beats, not dream beats, so go ahead, Abbey.
It's all good. Yeah, let's see what we got this turn.
So again, playing with this Dreamwalk, it's not as complicated as I thought it would be to play with it, but it still requires thinking outside of how you usually think about a Magic game, so kind of interesting.
So let's see what we're going to pull out of our magic hat right here.
Alright, you have...
Crackling Figments.
Crackling Figments. Create 2 1/1 red elemental creature tokens with haste, and it has flashback.
Yes.
Alright. All these elemental dream and nightmare creatures. Very interesting, very flavorful. Alright, so there's 1 elemental, there's 2 elementals, and they have haste.
Mm-hmm. They sure do, and...
And you have something else?
Yes, we're going to pull another trick out of our hat.
Oh no, what's
this? Cruel Worship.
Cruel Worship, so creatures you control get +1/+0 in haste. Oh, and it has flashback too? Jeez, we gotta keep track of these flashback cards.
Yes.
Wow, alright, that actually really sucks for us. So, is everybody coming in then? Because that makes this guy 3/3, these guys 3/2s, so...
Okay, so we're gonna, so our guys are pretty pumped right now, so we're gonna declare our attackers.
Alright, yeah, there's nothing I can do. No tapper this time around.
So Dreamwalks, which is everybody.
Wow. All right, everybody's coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dreamwalk guy can be tapped by blocked creatures. So we're going to go ahead and block that with our Pestermite.
Okay.
And everything else is just a normal creature, except they did get +1/+0.
Right.
Yikes. So, other creatures with Dreamwalk get +1/+1, but that doesn't really matter here. Yeah, wow, we're in some trouble. So, currently the elementals won't... Oh, no, Cruel Worship is an instant, so you can just flash it back for a red, and these guys will become 3/1s. Yeah, alright, so no matter where we block, we're in trouble. So, we're just going to block the biggest guys, I guess. We'll block there. And we'll block there.
All right.
Are you going to flash it back?
Of course.
Of course. Why did I even bother to ask?
Yeah, of course I'm going to flash
so
that
that means
back.
we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, down to 13. And then all these guys trade off with each other?
Everyone trades?
It seems like it.
All right.
Oh, boy. And you're still left with 2 elementals and a zombie.
Yep.
Yeah, we need some good stuff real quick.
Alright, so that's the end of my turn, and have at it.
Alright, so we will untap, draw, remove a counter since we drew. We drew another land, good. But I really want an island because we have 2 double blue cards in our hand, but whatever, we can't be that greedy. Let's see here, so we have 5 mana. Yep, I guess we'll just do the only thing we can do. And we will cast Entwiner Aspirant, which is just going to be a 1/5 blocker, so go ahead.
Alright.
The good news is, I don't think Abbey has... Oh no, Cruel Worship should be exiled. So let's get that in your exile pile.
Oh, that's right. My bad. Thank you for pointing that out.
You do have another Crackling Figments, but with our 1/5, the 1/1s aren't too scary. So if this is all that you have, and you have 3 cards in hand, then we might be able to stabilize a little bit. Alright, so you have 6 mana. Uh-oh,
yes.
That's not looking good. Touch of... How did you pronounce this again last time?
Achelius.
Achelius, thank you. Touch of Achelius. Destroy target creature, put a +1/+1 onto a creature. Oh god, yep.
Yeah.
So who are you putting the +1/+1 on?
So I'm actually going to give the +1/+1 to one of my elementals.
Yeah, makes sense. Spread the wealth.
Yes, don't put all my eggs in one basket, of
Yep,
course.
and we're going to get beat down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in total. Alright, they're all coming in, right?
Yep, everybody's coming in for some beats.
Oh boy, yep. Well, it was looking good, but now we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down to 8.
Alright, your turn,
We
Sego.
really need something good here. So we will go ahead and untap and draw, and okay, we got another Plains, great. We're still waiting on the double blue, but at least we get to cast something here. We'll cast Deep Mind Mori, and remove a counter before I forget. So this is down to 5, and we'll pass the turn.
Alright.
So, I mean, 4/4 is a good blocker for Abby's 2/2s and her 1/1, but if she just if you play Crackling Figments, and then that'd be another 1/1, we block a 2/2, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage, and then I think we might be dead next turn, and that's if you have nothing. We'll see how it goes.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so Dementia Shrieker.
Alright, Dementia Shrieker. Okay, so yeah, you don't want to suicide your guys in just yet. Makes sense.
Not yet.
You're going to mill me?
Yes, of course.
Alright, so we will move top cards to graveyard. And we milled, hopefully, oh no, an island.
Sorry.
And our dual mines, that was so good.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, seriously. Alright, you coming in for attacks, or
You
gonna sacrifice your guys to get in damage?
Well, actually, I'm not done yet.
Oh, you're not even done?
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Alright, what is it?
This Despair Familiar.
Despair Familiar. Alright, so Flying Death Touch 1/1. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice a creature if you do each opponent.
May I go to my end step?
Yeah, you may go to your end step. So are you gonna sacrifice an elemental, I assume?
Yes, I will sacrifice
Alright.
an elemental.
Thankfully, you can only sacrifice 1, I guess. So we lose 2 life. Great. Alright, all set?
Yep, all set.
Oh god, so we will untap, draw, island. Oh, yes, it's an island. Alright, let's remove a counter.
I did you a favor.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, don't you try that with me. So, what do we have here? We can play the Entwiner to bounce something. Yeah, we gotta do that because we're just going to be dead otherwise. So we'll play the Entwiner, and we will bounce we'll bounce a zombie. Just
Okay.
get that out of here. That's one less creature for Abbey to sacrifice. If we bounce this, she could just play it again next turn. So, and let's see here. This is flying, and this is flying. Oh my god. Yeah, and this. If we attack. So let's see here. If we attack with this, then she can't block it. We can draw a card and discard a card. I think we should attack because it's not like this thing's going to block the flyers anyway. And we have our 4-2 to block the 2-2. So, yep, let's just get in for it with our 4-4.
All right, I'll take 4.
Because, I mean, if we have any chance of winning this game, which I don't think we do, we need to kill Abbey as soon as possible. So,
don't kill me!
So when this deals damage, we can... Oh, we just draw a card, not even discard. So we just straight up draw a card. Great. All right, we will pass the turn.
All right.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. So Premonition, kind of cool so far with our one guy that got killed immediately. Dreamwalk, very interesting how this thing couldn't be blocked by Abbey's things. Not that she probably would block it anyway, but...
Yeah. Alright, so, what's with that? So let's see here. I'm actually just gonna flashback.
Flashback. Oh no, that's right. The crackling figments. Uh-oh.
They crackle so hard. Alright, let's see.
Was it a mistake to attack with this? Probably. I think we might be dead.
Yeah, you might be dead, that's for sure.
You're gonna flash this back, make 2 more elementals.
Yep.
And they do get haste, so yep, they can attack this turn.
Yep.
Alright.
Where's my... Oh, there's my element.
Yep.
My +1/+1. Okay.
So everyone's coming in?
Yeah, so we're going to start combat, and we are going to come in for some beats.
Alright, yep. So we can't block the flyer, but we can block the 2-2. And we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These guys trade with each other. And...
May I go to my end step?
Yes, you may. Alright, and then we lose. Yep. Alright, we got crushed. Wow, yeah, we got destroyed that game. Blue-white Tempo Dreams got annihilated by Black-red Nightmares.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you might even say it was a nightmare for you.
Okay. Yeah, and I think part of that, I mean, we had a decent amount of removal that we just never drew. We had Lethargy, Cleansing Stroke got milled by you, and...
you just got wrecked.
Yeah, we did get wrecked. I mean, maybe we needed more removal, but I don't know. I mean, I thought our blockers would be good enough, but you had a lot of flyers and reach that just kind of killed us out of nowhere.
Yep.
So good. That was a good learning experience for when we play Sealed and Draft. And next, Abbey and I will do another exhibition match using some different archetypes in the set.
Sounds good. See you then.